You want something that has good performance, that's safe so it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to insure, and reliable enough so you're not late picking up your date for prom. Yeah, I get asked all the time, what are the best first cars for students under $5,000? And I think that this video has a little something for everyone, even if you're not a student. And the last car on this list is always the answer. But in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly why it is. It's great to see you guys again. Let's go. Hey, real quick, you'll notice down below, down here, there's the new join button. For less than an energy drink, you can show your support. Not only do you get discounts at our store for swag like this, you get to view our videos early. But more than all that, you also get to help us create more ideal content that you've come to love and enjoy. So check it out, click down there, click join, and see what we actually offer. On with the show. I'm starting off this list with the Nissan 350Z's similarly styled brother, the Infiniti G35. Yeah, we all know about the rowdy and always ready for a good time Nissan 350Z, but it's one of the worst cars for first-time buyers because it likes to get a bit sideways way too easily, and since it has the highest mortality rate of any car ever, and it doesn't have rear seats, and young drivers love them, insurance premiums are through the roof. Yet, the more sophisticated G35, which offers similar performance, has one of the lowest mortality rates. And it's not only a more handsome car than its Nissan counterpart, it's a rear-wheel drive coupe with almost 300 horsepower powered through a manual transmission. That is, if you opt for the 6-speed manual, which I would highly recommend. And since the G has 4 seats instead of the 350Z's 2, you can easily haul you and all your friends to the party after the Friday night lights. And not only are you gonna get there in style, but the VQ35DE 3.5-liter V6 is easy to work on yourself if you are somewhat mechanically inclined. Which, trust me, wrenching on your own car is something you're gonna wanna learn yourself because you'll save tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Oh, and if you throw an aftermarket exhaust on that G, it's one of the best sounding V6s ever made. If I had $1 for every single time someone asked me G35 or 350Z as their first car, I wouldn't be doing YouTube. But 9 out of 10 times, I pushed them towards the Infiniti. Because not only can you get it in a coupe, but if you want the ultimate sleeper, it comes in a sedan as well. And if you live in a snowy climate, you can get the G35X with all-wheel drive. As you can see, it's way more versatile, it's cheaper to own, and it has a passionate aftermarket community in case you get bit by the mod bug. Personally, I would have loved this 07 G35X sedan, and as a first car for under $4,500, that sounds like an ideal deal. But if 2 doors is more your thing, you can snag this 06 coupe for just under 5,000 bucks. Just remember, if you're gonna buy any of these cars on this list, use the ideal car strategies to save you not only some money, but some headaches. Which, if you're wondering where all my hair went, check out our community tab on our channel and you can see why I just cut it all off. Let's go. This is a secret crush for me, and if I had to pick any car on this list, it would be pretty hard for me not to choose the 8th gen Civic Si. Just look at that thing. Reliability is pretty much a no-brainer. These things are dead reliable, and the idea of having a high-revving NA motor with VTEC, baby, made it to a smooth shifting 6-speed manual transmission and a limited slip differential for times when you need max power to both wheels is why you must consider the SI, which stands for Sport Injected Awesomeness. Well, Sport Injected, but it really is awesome and a great all-around package. But if you're looking for the most power possible, definitely go for something turbo like the next car on this list. Because although the Civic Si will cost an arm and a leg to make it go faster, if you throw on a drop and some nice wheels, you got a neck breaker that won't break the bank. Yes, I would say it's a tad less comfortable than a comparable Volkswagen GTI, mostly due to the high-strung nature of that 2-liter engine producing 197 horsepower, and it not being as versatile as a hatchback, but what it lacks in comfort and ergonomics, it more than makes up in character. Kind of like me. If you want a fun daily driver and you don't fantasize about making your next car the fast and furious superstar, then go with the Civic Si. It gets better fuel economy than its foes, it's more reliable and cheaper to fix, and quite honestly, I think it makes better noises than any other subcompact in this price range. Just one thing, be warned, if you do go the Civic route, get ready to get roasted regularly. The racer stigma is just terrible with Hondas. Even my friends that aren't even car people make fun of them. Loud fart can exhausts and ratty racer kids have torn down the Civic's reputation on the streets. But don't let that deter you from snagging one, because this 2008 sedan is only $4,900 and is an incredible value. So sure, the Civic Si is definitely my top pick. But I have a feeling you're gonna like the next car on this list with a little turbski just a little bit more. Did my voice just crack? Turbski. Okay, so if you're interested in the Civic Si, you gotta promise me one thing. You gotta go at least drive this hot hatch, the Mazda Speed 3. It's a little bit more spacious, it's got way more power, and it costs about the same price. Stock, the 2.3 liter turbo is considered pretty bulletproof, pushing out 263 horses. Well, the engine is reliable, the turbo, not so much. But with that turbo, you get a lot more oomph and tunability. And if done right, you're looking at 400 plus horses ready to annihilate those two front tires. Torque steer, anyone? But be warned, horsepower is a slippery, expensive slope to ski down once you get addicted. So yes, the Civic will cost you less to keep alive, but if you want something that's a little bit more fun to drive, a lot faster, and a tad more practical being a hatchback, the MS3 is your golden ticket. And you can snag this good-looking black one for almost the exact same price as the Civic Si. So it's a tough choice. Which one would you choose? Just remember, it comes down to the old adage that you can have a good, fast, cheap car, but you can only pick two. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The last car on this list is a unicorn, because it has all three. But before we dig into that one, it's time for that honorable mention. BMW is one of my all-time favorite automakers ever. And having owned 7, that's a lot of BMW M3s, and my last being an E90 M3, there's one thing lacking in that gen and all previous M motors, and that one thing is torque. Specifically low-end torque, and the BMW 335 has all the low-end torque you could ever want. So when I buy my next BMW, it'll probably be one of these. Now, what a sane person does is they buy a 2011 or newer LCI model with the N55 motor, because they look great and are pretty reliable. But we're here to have a little fun, aren't we? Live life on the edge. And the N55 motor might be relatively reliable, but it doesn't take mods at all like its older brother, the N54, which is BMW's tuner engine that some have already called the German 2JZ GTE. And we all know what that engine's capable of. So the N54 335i is cheap, it's fast, but reliability is a little suspect. Stock, you get about 300 horsepower from the turbocharged straight 6. But with a simple $500 tune, you'll be knocking on 400 horsepower's door. And if we're gonna go mild to wild, with some bolt-ons and a twin-scroll turbocharger, 700 horsepower is in sight without changing the internals. And that is a lot of fun. But once you start modding, watch out, because turbos can go bad, fuel pumps like to the bed, but like any car, if you take care of it, it'll take care of you. And the great thing about BMWs is that there is a huge community behind it. So it's easy to find parts and DIY articles to do the work yourself. Again, that's why I told you earlier, definitely learn how to wrench on your own cars. Not only can it save you money, but then when something goes wrong, you actually know how to fix it. So if you're looking to wrench a little bit on your own car and you want to go fast, finding something like this 4-door 335i with xDrive might be a cheap ticket into the world of tuner cars. Just like every car on this list, but especially this 335 with the N54, get a detailed pre-purchase inspection. It's gonna cost you a couple $100 up front, but it'll save you thousands of dollars down the road. So you know what's fastish, reliable, and cheap? Come on guys, you know Miata is always the answer. Miatas are fun little cars right out of the box. Reliable as hell, rear-wheel drive, cheap, and a perfect modding platform with an engine that was originally made to take boost. You could get an NA or an NB for under 5,000 bucks. And whichever one you choose, it's gonna be a ball of gas sipping fun. And just for you, Ideal fam, we just released this limited edition Miata tee. So go check it out and snag one before they're all gone. Now, if you were to ask me which generation of Miata you should pick, it's gotta be the NB. It just feels more modern, has a tighter chassis, better motor, aero, and there's a saying that the NA is a better Miata, but the NB is a better car. It's a little easier to live with in daily drive. It's a little bit faster, and although the interior does have a little less room, the seats are way better. Just promise me you'll throw a roll bar in any Miata you get, because you don't want to flip over in one of these without protection. And this white MX-5 for a whisker under 5,000 bucks is a reliable, do-everything well topless sports car. So, out of this list, which one are you most interested in? Let us know down in the comments. Is it the luxurious G35, the ultra-reliable Honda Civic Si, or that pesky honorable mention with that turbocharged inline 6? That, of course, can shoot flames with the right tune. No matter what your answer is, we appreciate you guys watching these vids here at Ideal Media. If you're new here, my name's Brad Danger, and please smash that like button and also subscribe right here. And feel free to check out some of the other videos on our channel. I bet you'll find them ideal. You guys rock, Ideal fam, and as always, keep living that ideal lifestyle.